Good morning, good morning, good morning. Tonight is Hanukkah. So it's been requested that I do an extra or maybe a couple of extra recipes for Hanukkah. So today I'm going to show you my recipe for southern fried pickles and zucchini. Hope you enjoy it. Please do the recipe, post a picture, and send a review. I would love to know how it goes. Hopefully everything goes well. I look forward to hearing from you guys. Let's get to it. Okay, so you'll want to make sure you slice your pickles to whatever the thickness is that you would like to use for your fried pickles. It shouldn't take so long. Fry as many as you need for your friends and or family. This is a southern delicacy. Okay, and now with this, you want to actually fry some zucchini. So this is Hanukkah, and the month in which we traditionally make fried foods. I wouldn't necessarily say this is a tradition, but hey, why not? While we're in the month of frying, so let's go ahead and just add everything that we can just to make this a special holiday treat. You want to chop you up some dill here. Probably about a good 2 tablespoons of dill. To help give or push forward that pickle flavor, that dill flavor in the pickles and also in the zucchini. So yeah. What we're going to do is add this to a breadcrumb mix. And this should make it real nice and delicious. And here's my breadcrumb mix here. Actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and swoop it on in there. So for those of you who want exact measurements, that is at least a good 1.5 teaspoons to 2 teaspoons worth of dill. And as far as the breadcrumbs, it's at least 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs. All right, it's time to mix our dry ingredients. So there is 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, okay? Next, you want at least a good teaspoon of cornstarch. We're gonna add about a good tablespoon's worth of turmeric. And a teaspoon of paprika. Well, we're gonna pour this in here. Just guesstimate on it. All right. Teaspoon or 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. Depends on how spicy you like it. And typically in our household, I like spicy, but I try to hold back a little bit for the husband and my stepson. So now we're going to use a little bit, about a teaspoon or so of garlic powder. And those are our dry ingredients mixed. And actually we're gonna turn this into a wet batter. So, but before I do that, I'm going to add an egg. All right, before we add the egg, we need to make sure we even out our dry batter. I don't know what it is. Typically, if there's a batter, I like to, as far as the dry ingredients, I want to make sure that they're incorporated evenly before adding anything wet to it. Okay, let's add an egg. We're going to check for a blood spot before we add it. It looks good, so we're going to go ahead and add that in there. Next, here's a 1/3 cup of cashew milk, because we want to keep this part. I don't want this to be a dairy dish. And let's mix these ingredients together. Now, We're gonna have one wet batter, which I'm making right now. And then the breadcrumb batter with the dill is going to be our dry batter. Now look, this is the only instance where it's gonna be okay to double dip, okay? Okay, we are adding all the pickles to the mixture here. And what you want to do in the meantime, in between time, is make sure you have your oven on, or not your oven, you want to have the eye of the stove on, and what you want to do is have it on medium, have at least a good amount of oil in the pot just to cover the surface of the bottom of the pot. Maybe a little above that, but barely. You don't want to have too much oil. Okay, now we want to check to make sure that the oil is hot enough, and we'll find out here if the pickles or the pickle mixture, if it fries right away. And here we go. It looks like it is ready. And what we're going to do is add one at a time. The pickle should be the consistency of this golden brown color. And what you're doing pretty much is letting it cook for about 1 minute to 1.5 minutes on each side. Look at how tan and the brownness of them. They should cook at least 1 minute to 1.5 minutes on each side. And here we are with the zucchini. I'm going to go ahead and turn them over. Should be nice and a good golden color on the other side here. Be good to dip these in a little bit of ranch, or you could just eat them plain, however you choose to do it. Okay, it's time to plate these and drain them so that we can go ahead and start enjoying them. Don't they look scrumptious? And this is what they look like coming out of the fryer. And here's the finished product, guys. These are the delicious zucchini, yum, and delicious and crunchy delicious pickles. And what you want to do is just dip it into the ranch dip and say the bracha, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri ha'adamah. Yum. Happy Hanukkah.